Welcome to another segment of Coaching in the Bigs. I'm Paul Anancone alongside my friend Jim Courier. Jim, thanks for joining us. Jim's won 4 majors, former #1 in the world, and some pretty significant coaching credentials, including Davis Cup captain. Is there a different philosophy when you have to coach a team versus an individual?
So my coaching has only been actually in the team format. I haven't coached any individual player. The big takeaways for me is how different everyone is and how they receive and input information. So having to learn how to work on my communication skills has been a big part of the challenge for me as a Davis Cup captain, to try and integrate myself into players who have their day-to-day coaches.
How much of your time is about strategy when you're out there versus trying to calm nerves?
Some players don't need a lot of calming, some players need a lot. So there can be a lot of psychology to how are we going to work through our stress right now as opposed to work through what's happening on the other side of the net. Someone like Sam Courier likes to keep things very straightforward, focused on his side of the net. He's less apt to input things in real time in a match. It can distract him. Someone else like a John Isner, who I've spent probably the most time on the bench with in singles, is open to suggestion. So it's a big challenge to get the opportunity to get in there, but you also have to know when saying nothing is the best type of coaching.
How do they fit in strength and conditioning, rest and recovery, and the rehab? Is there much of that goes on during the week prior, leading in?
Most of the time, the work that they're doing is more rehab and injury prevention and the pre-stretching. These guys aren't out doing major workloads. It's more refinement at that stage and utilizing our great staff.
Your kind of reflection on your career, unbelievably successful. How do you manage what worked for you and use that information to disperse, knowing that it may not be the exact right formula for another player?
So if I had to boil down my overall philosophy, I'm trying to help them shift the math to the benefit for them. I'm trying to help them play a higher percentage tennis within their styles. And the tricky part there, Paul, is how do you provide a firm hand and firm information and not scare a player away or lose their confidence in you.
You also do a great job of getting the young players involved in Davis Cup. Is there any one theme that kind of resonates with the young era that you see that's a little bit different now than what we're used to?
You know, one thing that I've had to let go of is expecting that the Davis Cup is going to look and feel the way that it did when we were playing on that team, because it doesn't. I've had to make sure that I've been open-minded about what they need to do and give them the space to do what they do every week on tour, and not try and change completely what they're doing just because it's Davis Cup and it's a team environment.
Well, I appreciate your time, Jim.
Thanks.
Thanks so much for the visit. Good luck. Thanks so much for talking.
Thanks a lot.